In the ever-turbulent world of American politics, where narratives clash and ideologies collide, Iran's nuclear ambitions are once again front and center, sparking international concern and debate. The complexities surrounding Iran's nuclear program have long been a source of tension, and recent developments have only heightened these anxieties. President Donald Trump has loudly claimed injecting a dose of urgency and alarm into the ongoing discussion. He asserts that Iran is actively building a nuclear weapon, a claim that carries significant weight given his past role in shaping U.S. foreign policy towards the region. Trump is warning of imminent danger, painting a picture of a rapidly escalating threat that demands immediate attention and decisive action. He's also criticizing current U.S. policy, suggesting that the Biden administration's approach is insufficient to address the perceived threat posed by Iran's nuclear activities. These claims, delivered at rallies where his words resonate deeply with his supporters, and on social media, where they quickly spread and amplify across various platforms, tap into public fears, exploiting existing anxieties about nuclear proliferation and regional instability. They frame Iran as an uncontainable threat, a rogue nation on the verge of acquiring nuclear capabilities, potentially destabilizing the entire region and beyond. Trump's narrative simplifies a complex issue, reducing intricate geopolitical dynamics to easily digestible soundbites and emotionally charged rhetoric. This turns it into a story of looming crisis and failed diplomacy, suggesting that previous efforts to negotiate with Iran have been futile, and that more drastic measures may be necessary. This rhetoric pressures the current administration, forcing them to address the issue head-on and defend their own policies regarding Iran. It dominates news cycles, ensuring that the issue of Iran's nuclear program remains at the forefront of public discourse. This is shifting the conversation from nuanced monitoring and diplomatic engagement to the specter of military conflict, raising concerns about potential escalation in the region. President Trump's words shape public opinion, influencing how Americans perceive the threat posed by Iran, and potentially swaying support for different policy options. This forces a response from both the White House and intelligence agencies, who must carefully weigh the evidence and determine the appropriate course of action. The public is left to navigate conflicting stories, sifting through a barrage of information and trying to discern the truth amidst the political noise. They are trying to separate fact from political theater, questioning the motivations behind the claims and seeking reliable sources of information. As the debate intensifies, fueled by partisan divisions and competing narratives, the stage is set for a showdown between political claims, often driven by strategic considerations, and the evidence-based findings of intelligence professionals, who rely on data and analysis to assess the true nature of the threat. The question now, what does the intelligence actually say? What is the reality behind the rhetoric, and how should the world respond? On June 18, 2025, a date etched in the annals of national security, the Senate Intelligence Committee gathered behind closed doors, in a secure, classified briefing room, for a critical briefing of paramount importance to global stability. The air was thick with anticipation and concern. Top U.S. intelligence officials, the nation's foremost experts, presented their latest assessment, a comprehensive and meticulously prepared report of Iran's nuclear program, a subject of intense international scrutiny and debate, grounded in hard data, not speculation, conjecture, or political maneuvering. Their analysis was based on verifiable facts. Their conclusion, a statement that carried immense weight. There is no evidence that Iran has decided at this time to restart its nuclear weapons program. A collective sigh of relief, barely perceptible, swept through the room. This finding, based on exhaustive monitoring and analysis, utilizing cutting-edge technology and human intelligence, directly contradicts recent public claims, assertions made without the benefit of classified information. Intelligence streams, a constant flow of information, from satellite imagery to human sources, the full spectrum of intelligence gathering, all point to the same result, a consistent and unwavering conclusion. Iran's activities are concerning, warranting continued vigilance and scrutiny, but weaponization has not begun. The red line for now remains uncrossed. The U.S. assessment aligns, reinforcing the credibility of the findings with the International Atomic Energy Agency, the world's foremost authority on nuclear matters, the UN's nuclear watchdog, responsible for monitoring nuclear activities worldwide. IAEA inspectors on the ground, risking their lives to ensure compliance, have found no proof of an active weapons effort. Their meticulous inspections provide a crucial layer of verification. This consensus offers a moment of clarity, a chance for de-escalation and renewed diplomacy, reminding us that rigorous intelligence work, the painstaking collection and analysis of data, continues beyond the headlines, often unseen and unacknowledged by the public. The evidence challenges the narrative of imminent threat, a narrative that could lead to disastrous consequences, demanding a distinction, a clear and unwavering line between political rhetoric and professional analysis. The stakes are simply too high for anything less. After the classified briefing, Senate Intelligence Committee Chairman Mark Warner addressed the nation. Warner confirmed, "The U.S. intelligence community unanimously agrees Iran is not currently building a nuclear weapon." He emphasized this is not just one agency's view, but a unified, fact-based assessment. Warner's statement aimed to cut through political noise and reassure the public with clear, evidence-backed information. He highlighted that the U.S. findings match those of the IAEA, reinforcing a global consensus. By invoking the IAEA, Warner underscored the reliability of international monitoring. His message, U.S. policy must be guided by intelligence, not fear or speculation. In a polarized era, Warner's reassurance is a vital check on misinformation. To truly understand the weight and significance of these findings, to grasp their implications on a global scale, we must delve into the role and function of the International Atomic Energy Agency, often referred to as the IAEA. This organization stands as a cornerstone of international efforts to ensure the peaceful use of nuclear technology. Founded in 1957 in the wake of the atomic age, the IAEA serves as the world's nuclear watchdog, an independent entity entrusted with a critical mission. It is tasked with the vital responsibility of ensuring that nuclear materials are not diverted from peaceful applications to the development or acquisition of nuclear weapons. This is at the heart of nuclear non-proliferation. In countries like Iran, IAEA inspectors are on the ground, diligently monitoring nuclear sites, installing surveillance cameras and advanced monitoring equipment, and meticulously taking samples for laboratory analysis, all to detect any indication of undeclared or secret nuclear activity. Their crucial work is firmly grounded in a framework of international treaties and agreements, most notably, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, or NPT, which Iran, along with many other nations, has voluntarily signed and committed to uphold. The IAEA's reports are renowned for their independence, objectivity, and rigorous methodology, providing the international community with an unbiased and objective assessment of Iran's nuclear activities and its compliance with its treaty obligations. Therefore, when the IAEA concludes that there is no evidence of an active weapons program, it is a determination rooted in thorough, painstaking, and on-the-ground verification processes, leaving little room for doubt. The consistent alignment between the findings of U.S. intelligence agencies and the conclusions reached by the IAEA serves as the gold standard for international credibility and reliability in this highly sensitive arena. This convergence of assessments plays a crucial role in stabilizing what is often a highly volatile and contentious issue, and firmly anchors the international debate surrounding Iran's nuclear program in verifiable facts and objective evidence. Alongside the IAEA, the U.S. intelligence community, 18 agencies strong, monitors Iran's nuclear activities. Their mission: deliver timely, accurate intelligence to policymakers. Using satellites, intercepted communications, and human sources, they build a comprehensive picture of Iran's intentions. Analysts rigorously review and challenge each other's findings to ensure accuracy and minimize bias. The final assessment, briefed to Congress, reflects the collective judgment of the entire intelligence community. Their conclusion that Iran is not pursuing a nuclear weapon is the result of years of focused effort and immense resources. This intelligence underpins U.S. diplomacy and security planning. When political rhetoric diverges from these findings, it threatens the system designed to protect national interests. The stakes-informed policy versus strategic miscalculation. The Iran nuclear debate unfolds in a Middle East fraught with tension and rivalries. Regional powers like Israel and Saudi Arabia see a nuclear Iran as an existential threat, pushing the U.S. toward confrontation. Trump's claims echo and amplify these fears, creating an international echo chamber. At home, the issue is deeply polarized. Debates over the Iran nuclear deal and sanctions shape U.S. policy. In this environment, fact-based intelligence is essential to avoid escalation and guide rational decisions. The Senate briefing serves as an anchor, pulling the conversation back to reality. The clash between political rhetoric and verified intelligence is stark. Trump's claims are simple and alarming, easy to spread but hard to substantiate. In contrast, intelligence assessments are nuanced, built from careful analysis and evidence. The current consensus, Iran, is not actively pursuing a nuclear weapon, an exact evidence-based statement. When rhetoric drowns out intelligence, policy risks being driven by fear, not facts. Social media and partisan news amplify unverified claims, making it harder for truth to break through. Senator Warner's public statement is a crucial pushback, recentering the debate on professional findings. The struggle between simple narratives and complex realities defines our era. The choice evidence-based policy or decisions built on shifting political sands. Letting misinformation drive foreign policy is dangerous, especially on nuclear issues. Acting on false claims can lead to preemptive war, with catastrophic consequences. Misinformation erodes trust with allies and undermines diplomatic efforts. If the US appears guided by politics, not facts, it risks isolation and weakened coalitions. Unsubstantiated claims can even provoke adversaries to take the very actions we fear. Inflammatory rhetoric closes off paths to de-escalation and peace. A politicized intelligence community repeats the mistakes of the Iraq War. The public, confused by conflicting stories, struggles to hold leaders accountable. The stakes are too high. National security depends on a commitment to truth. Ultimately, decisions about war and peace must be grounded in verified intelligence, not speculation. The IAEA and US intelligence provide a clear, factual picture of Iran's nuclear program. This is not a partisan issue, it's a national security imperative. Leaders must heed the consensus of experts, not chase political narratives. The public, too, must demand transparency and evaluate sources critically. Supporting a culture of truth and expertise is vital for security. The facts are clear. Iran is not building a nuclear weapon today. That reality must guide America's next steps.